Hey, welcome back to Tony's channel. Welcome back to Cooking Around's channel. Boy, do we got something for you today. We have good old spare ribs, barbecued style. But mine are going to be done indoors. If you want to try this awesome, massive rib pleaser, this is for you then. Let's get going right now with this. So my girlfriend brought this massive ribs for me. Take a look at that. Isn't that awesome? Now here's the membrane. I don't remove the membrane on this recipe. I just stab it around like this because I want the membrane to stay on in order to keep it nice and moist while we are doing the cooking process. And this is what satisfies the górals, which are a culture of people in the south of Poland, and they just love to eat meat like this because they work hard. They chop down trees, they build roads right through the mountains. These are awesome culture. So let's show you how to make this, and here we go. Okay, grab yourself a large pot, and in here you can see that I have about an inch of water for now, and take this fancy dancy contraption for steaming, and I want you to put it right on the bottom just like that. And now what we are going to do is we are going to add water just to bring it up a little bit, and I want you to bring the water right up to the line of this metal strainer, just like this. Okay, crank up the heat, grab your spare ribs. We're going to steam these. Now I want it bone side down first, and try to get it in the best you can. Just keep on moving it around. I know that is a challenge, but I know you can do it. And now what I want you to do is I want you to cover it. I want you to bring the water up to a boil, bring the heat down to medium, and let this go for 1 hour. And in the process, I want you to open it up and turn it and flip it around about 2 or 3 times. And again, I shall be back. Now it's been about 20 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to flip them around. Just grab your tongs, transfer them to another plate, and then put them back in the pot, cover it again, and once again I shall be back again. Now let's make a dry rub for these spare ribs. I want you to add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of oregano, and for that pizzazz taste, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, or you can add more if you want. Now let's really spice it up. Add 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And now for that smoky barbecue taste, 1.5 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, or if you want, you can add 1 tablespoon. That depends on you. And here comes the fresh ground pepper. Here I'm adding about 1/2 teaspoon, but you can add more if you want. And here's a little secret. Add 2 tablespoons of orange zest. Phew, we reached the end. Okay, now let's start stirring all this, getting it all incorporated and nicely mixed, and basically this is what I want, and again I shall be back. Okay, let's get back to our spare ribs. Oh, take a look at that. It's been about an hour, and with this process it softens the ribs a little bit so it spends less time in the oven. So let's remove them, let's put them on a plate, and we're going to let them cool down. Now just take a look at these bones here. They're already falling off the meat. That's how tender this is starting to get. And we are back. Just take a look at this. You know something? They're almost ready to eat the way they are, but not yet. Hold yourself back. Now I usually start putting the dry rub in from the back side, and all you have to do is take your hands and just take your dry rub, and just like it's called, just start rubbing it in all over. Now flip it over and start rubbing again. Now here on the meaty side, I usually put just a little bit more. It just gives it a little bit more bang to your flavor. So this is what you do with the rub. Now what you do is put it on the side. Now grab yourself a pan with a rack, and I want you to transfer the meat portions from the plate onto the rack just like this, and try to center it as much as you can. Now, to keep this moist during the baking process, I want you to add some water to the bottom of the pan. And here I'm adding about ½ inch of water. And now it's ready for the oven. I want it in the oven at 300 Fahrenheit or 150 Celsius for 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. And halfway through your cooking process, I would like you to cover it with aluminum foil so it does not dry out. So I shall be back when it's done. And here it comes. Let's just take a look. Oh, does that not look absolutely awesome? Now, mine is a little bit more on the crispy side because that's the way I like it. That's why I went for the extra ½ an hour, but that depends on you. Now, let's transfer to one of these excellent boards. See, and just take a look at these bones. See, they're falling off the meat. They're so tender. Now let's take a knife and let me just kind of tease you a little bit. Let me cut it and just take a look how easy that is, and look how moist it is inside, and it's absolutely flavorful and hearty, and I know that you're really going to enjoy this. This is absolutely awesome, absolutely satisfying. Now you can add more barbecue sauce to it if you want, or any other type of sauce. That depends on you. To me, I like it just like this. That's the way I like it. Now, just to let you know that this board was made by hand by one of the gurus of Zakopane. So, if you look at my blog, I'll give you some more information on it. So, I hope you enjoy this. I want to say thank you very much for allowing me to show this video, and I hope to see you again on my next cooking video. Thank you from Tony and Cooking Around. Goodbye now.